Hello, welcome to another Silent Cinema film review. The film Intolerance is more than just a regular movie. It is a deep, philosophical experience about human history. When Griffith made this film, he wanted to show that intolerance is not just a problem of the present, but something that exists everywhere and at all times, limiting people and affecting many lives. The film is full of symbols and meaningful, philosophical images, which we will discuss throughout this video. Interestingly, when the film was first released, it was not a box office success and many did not expect it to be. But this failure did not reduce its value. Even today, watching Intolerance is a unique and deep experience. It engages both your mind and emotions. And when you observe Intolerance, you feel as if you have entered a complex, multi-layered world. The film has several narratives, each set in a different time and place. But together they create a larger picture of human behavior and experience. Scenes are sometimes intimate and focused, bringing the emotions of the characters close to the viewer. Other times, they are vast and collective, showing an entire society or civilization. This contrast makes the audience feel both inside individual lives and within historical changes. One of the strongest symbols in the film is the mother with the cradle. She is not just a character, but a symbol of the continuity of life and human responsibility. The cradle and its movement remind viewers that even amid violence and oppression, life continues, and humans have something to protect. This symbol appears throughout the film, like a thin but strong thread, connecting all stories and giving the audience a sense of hope and stability. Other symbols also shape the film's philosophical core. For example, the city of Babylon, with its massive architecture, represents pride and the fall of even great civilizations, reminding us that intolerance and arrogance can destroy any society. The depiction of communities and group behavior represents social pressure and human interaction. Every glance, gesture, or gathering conveys an important message about collective responsibility and the impact of choices. Light and shadow intensify the contrast between despair and hope. Shadows convey violence and limitation, while light represents peace and the continuity of life. Nature, forests, mountains, and rivers, is not merely background. It represents the paths of life, danger, and refuge for the characters. Even small details of characters, like looks, gestures, and hand movements, convey the film's philosophical message without dialogue. As I mentioned at the start, the film has different narratives. Let's examine each story and trace the theme of intolerance within them. First narrative, contemporary story set in 1916. A young girl in a poor neighborhood falls in love with a worker's son. But socially reforming zealots interfere in their lives. The boy is falsely accused of murder and sente. Third narrative, the crucifixion of Christ. Religious zealots rebel against him, and his inhumane execution is a historical example of how religious intolerance can destroy truth and humanity. Fourth narrative, medieval France and the Street Bartholomew Massacre. Protestants are killed by Catholics, showing again how religious intolerance, in the form of sectarian war, can lead to mass violence. What unites these stories is the symbolic image of the mother with the cradle. She reminds the audience that no matter how violent, hateful, or intolerant history is, life continues and moves forward. These four stories are intertwined. Griffith constantly cuts between them. And in the final minutes, the rhythm of the film speeds up with rapid cuts. as the boy in the contemporary story nears execution. The fall of Babylon, the crucifixion, and religious massacres are shown in parallel. This technique allows viewers to feel the tension and the effects of intolerance, demonstrating that intolerance in any time or form destroys humanity. Ultimately, intolerance is a philosophical and emotional experience. The combination of narratives, symbols, environment, architecture, nature, and even small gestures creates a complete journey through time, history, and the collective psyche of humanity. When the film ends, you feel that you have not only watched a story, but experienced a deep reflection of human life, with all its complexities, hopes, and despair. I have made a playlist about silent cinema for those who want to explore this era further. Also, to watch the analysis of The Birth of a Nation, one of the most controversial silent films. Click on the suggested video. Thank you for watching so far. If there is a film you would like analyzed, write it in the comments for future videos. And don't forget, liking and subscribing greatly supports the channel. I hope you stay happy and successful wherever you are.